All right. Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles of the Great Millstone. And such of us doing this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. I wish I could get the video to play. All
Listen up. This shit.
right, there we go.
سرید سد
Look at
داریان
this
در
dam. It
شمال
says overflow of
غربی
the
استان
dam
کرمانشاه
invade Iran after 7 years. One of the country's major dams with the storage capacity of over 400 million cubic meters is now completely full and has begun overflowing something heavy rainfall. All right, but read this. Now I can't prove that Esau is using this technology, but we know he's capable, and they have used it. They have weather manipulating technology. I believe they do. There's reports on it. There's all type of things on it. I believe they do, and there's accounts given that where they use this shit. But let's read this. Have you seen this? Since 2011, former Iranian president Ahmadinejad, no, oh, Ahmadinejad. So sorry. Ahmadinejad have been accusing the West of literally stealing Iran's clouds. She told reporters the European countries have used certain equipment to discharge clouds and prevent rain-bearing clouds and reaching regional countries such as Iran. And we've seen them make rain clouds. We've seen them do this. All right? The certain equipment he was referring to was likely atmospheric resonance technology. So they tell you the technology exists. Excuse me. A technology from the work of Nikola Tesla in the late 19th century that has been experimented with since the early 90s. CEG-US's High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, HAARP, HAARP, an ionospheric research program to study the Earth's atmosphere that contains free electrons, the ionosphere, to investigate how solar particles and artificial stimulation affect it to improve radio communication, navigation, and space weather monitoring. While Ahmadinejad was making these accusations in 2009, Chinese meteorologists quite publicly claimed to have brought about Beijing's earliest snowfall in a decade after seeding clouds. And that's what it's called, cloud seeding, with silver iodide to end their own drought. Weather modification. And let's not forget, weather has been used by militaries across the world for decades. As early as 1947, the U.S. was attempting to divert the course of hurricanes by seeding clouds with silver iodide, while the British were attempting to keep runways at military airfields clear using long lines of burners to clear fog. And this is the point, and now after Iran has reportedly destroyed or damaged over 10 to 12 advanced American radar systems in the Middle East, we see dams overflowing after the most severe drought in the last 50 years. So was he wrong? All right. It's another same thing.
It's the wildest theory of the war coming true. Heavy rain pouring down on Iran for the first time in years, right after they obliterated American radar networks. Pro-Iran social media is exploding. They say the US and Israel were using massive radar arrays like the Desert Eye in Qatar to steal Iran's rain. And now that these billion-dollar systems are destroyed, the weather is finally natural again. It sounds like science fiction, while the conspiracy is going.
And then you have comments like this: weather mod has been used since Vietnam. Then it says Google Operation Popeye, 67 to 72. People forget the weather is a big combination of chemistry. Everything the Lord put together is based off of wisdom. All right? Now, some things humans can deal with, some we can't. All right? Canada used it in 1945. It's amazing how many people still don't believe we can do this. Well, Lord knows, right? But Esau, it just shows this man is the devil. Whether they actually doing this or not, it shows this is what he does, though. He oppresses you. He keeps his finger on the fucking trigger From financial hitmen to paying for uprisings in your countries. All right, taking down your leaders and putting up his puppets. Of course, the most obvious thing they do is bomb you into submission. Okay, hey, this Isaiah, and I believe it. I believe it because Esau's the devil, man. Hey, this Isaiah 14:5. The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. So that's who this man is, man. Ruled with a continual stroke. He's going to he always has a way to keep the oppression going, especially if you're contrary to him. He's going to find a way to demonize you, to fuck your country up, destabilize you, anything, man. Bomb you. He's going to keep that continual stroke on you, man. Keep that oppression going. Keep slapping sanctions on you, even if it fuck up his own allies. He don't care. As long as he get your ass, he don't care if he gets some of his, man. This is what he does. So it's no surprise that if this is factuals, because I didn't see the machine, but I mean, they took it down and now it's pouring down like this. Hey, Lord knows. He saw the fucking devil, man. All right, and the Lord made him wiser than Daniel. What's that? Ezekiel 28. Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom, with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches and has gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. All right, so this man he has the wisdom of this world, man. All right, he's carnally wise, man. Of course, he uses it for wickedness, but he has these technologies. He has this wisdom, this understanding. The Lord allowed him to get it. Knowledge shall be increased at the end. Another reason why I believe it, because the Lord has look at all the technology the Lord has given us. The Lord has given us the Urim and the Thummim in the carnal version. In our TVs, our phones, our computers. Light, Urim and Thummim means light perfection. And that's what we're dealing with. This is light. You're touching the fucking screen and it changes. I'm rolling down, I'm just moving. And now it's changing. Different words on there, man. I say words to it. I don't want to get a command because I don't want it to pop up. But with iPhone, it's Siri. You got all type of things. Even my TV. High LG. Volume 7. And it just turns my TV down. Like, this is crazy. All right? So this is not far-fetched. And it's not even about convincing that it's true. It's just showing that this man is the devil. He has the technology to do these things. And the world is looking at him as the type of guy that would do it. Which proves he's the devil. Who else has a continual stroke like this that will you would even consider he's keeping your weather fucked up for all these years? We're not accusing China for that. We're not accusing Indians for that. We're not accusing Arabs for that. If not, who is he? Who else is this devil, man, that has this? Hey, this is perfect. This 2 Thessalonians 2. And 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. So this devil is being brought down by the word, first and foremost. He's been exposed by this word. All right. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And soon the Lord is really going to physically destroy this devil. Even him who is coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. So he got power on the left-hand side. The Lord gave him the technology of the sun, in so many words, man, with the nuclear bomb. All right? This shit's crazy. A fire not kindled. Nuclear fission, man. He has that in a bomb. All right? He has the power of Satan. All right? With signs and lying wonders. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness, them that perish. And the world saw the wisdom of America and this quote, quote, progression, unquote. That's what they call a progression. These advancements they made in science and in medicine. A lot of this shit is bullshit, but they did make a lot of scientific advances, man, as far as technologies and shit. All right? And the world, some was bombed, some were looked and saw the wisdom and was like, wow, this is, in so many words, God. This is the work of God. They follow Esau as if he's God, man. Because of his wisdom. All right? He deceived them. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness, them that perish because they received out the love of the truth, they might be saved. You see this man got this, he got that. He went to the moon, right? Went to the moon. Got all these technologies. He did this. Hey, you got to follow him, right? Meanwhile, you're following this man to your doom. Because one of the biggest technologies he's gotten what's next is this digital currency, which he's forced onto the people. Which, you know what? That's perfect. This is Revelation 13. And this is Revelation 13, and he doeth great wonder. Let me start up. Revelation 13:11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. So you got your Democrats and your Republicans, all right, plebeians and patricians, because this beast, that's coming up, all right, and this dragon is talking about Rome. All right, this is the fourth beast whose deadly wound was healed. Rome fell, but it's back. And when Rome fell, all the nations went back to a monarchy. When Rome came back, aka America, we have what again? Democracy. All right, two horns, spake as a dragon. It's the same. Verse 12. He exercised all the power of the first beast before him. Rome. This the little horn in Daniel. America's that little horn. And it rules with its allies, the 10, just like Rome did. All right? From the Franks, the Gauls, the Visigoths. Now is, we say Spain, France, all right, Germany, the EU, and NATO, man. That's the beast with 10 horns, man. America being the whore, America being the face. All right, America is the Rome, ruling with its allies. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, which is the fourth beast, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. So he bombed a lot of these places into submission. All right? And his technologies increased, and his weaponry increased, his armory increased. But it didn't stop there. And he deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. So he had miracles. But his miracles are carnal. So what does he have? This technology. At the end, wisdom shall increase. All right? Moses throws down his staff, turns to a serpent. The Egyptian magician throws down his staff and turns to a serpent. Esau gets punished because he doesn't follow the land Sabbath, and the land is defiled. So generally, the land doesn't yield its increase. Esau finds a magic trick, a counter, all right, so they think, and comes up with fertilizer. Now, here's the thing with the fertilizer. I believe it's nitrogen or hydrogen. I forget which chemical it is. This is what's really needed in the soil to help your crops grow. And lightning produces this. When it lightens outside, and it really increases this in your fucking soil. I believe it's nitrogen. German scientists figured out how to get this, I believe it's nitrogen. And it takes a lot of energy to get this because, of course, it's lightning. So it takes a lot of energy. And when you're doing this from a man's perspective, I forget the numbers to it. It's a fucking lot. And it took a lot to get this. And they figured it out and they put in the fertilizer, XYZ. Same guy who figured this out turns out to end up making bombs for the Germans with this technology. So just like the magicians did shit that the power of God can do, the Lord granted them to do it, of course, and the Lord is just better. Lightning, of course, is better than that. Fertilizer, if you follow this, it'll be better. In fact, the fertilizer only works because the Lord allows us to work. You got a bit of the wisdom, but the Lord still has to grant it, right? But then he used that technology to make bombs. Miracles, man. It all started with a counter to the earth not yielding its increase. Esau throwing his staff down. And it led to fire being brought down from the sky, from heaven. Okay? This man has the power of miracles. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image of the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. So this man has that power, man. Maybe it was a hydrogen bomb. It's nitrogen. Nevertheless, Lord willing, I'll post a link in on the comments or description that goes into it because it's a video I watched a while ago, man. It's interesting, but it shows that Esau has this power, man, because the Lord gave it to him. They come after the working of Satan, and just wow, now they got fucking rain in Iran after Iran took down Esau's technology. All right, this man is fucking through. He's destroying the earth. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai Basham Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles. That was great millstone. The Satan brothers doing this thing in sincerity, truth, and with charity. Shalom, wa ba ba ba.